Hello, we are here in the Sherborne Hall, Nantucket, and it is the end of August, and we had a 5-day show. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dörte Neudert. I'm the founder and the owner of the Art Cabinet Nantucket. And I'm in business 17 years and show not only one artist, but Charlotte Culot as a main artist when I started 17 years ago, and one of the main artists now, and my most important artist to sponsor is Billy Sherry.
Hi, I'm Billy Sherry, and this is my steel sculpture. This is a new series, 4 major pieces I completed this winter. And this year I had a lot of I-beams, and I wanted to get back to heavier, bigger stuff, which I used to do in the past. Larger outdoor work, and I wanted to get back to that. And so that's how it started. This is Equinox. This was the first one I started this year. This thing took forever to make because of, I kept walking around it. I must have walked around this thing 13,000 times. What I love about this piece is it does pull you around. It's very 360 degrees. And that's what I think I was developing. But I love the mass, and this is what started my year of my new I-beam constructions. This is Equinox 2. This came together, I think, rather quickly after this. I'd been playing with it during the construction of that. I like the delicacy of this. It's very clean, it's very light. But it does have the I-beams and stuff like that. So I'm very pleased with this also. It's a little lighter version, perhaps. This piece I completed last year. It was the signature piece of my Opus series. This is Opus number 8, the last one in the series. Yeah, this is an old wagon cart wheel, or wagon wheel. Found it when they were building the Nantucket Golf Club. Found it in the woods. This is Blue Night, N-I-G-H-C. I've been working on this during the construction of the others this winter, and we developed, with a friend of mine who has a lot of technical skills, developed the base separation system. I bolted the piece to the base so I can move it. I'm very, very excited about this piece, and I think it has a very, very gentle power to it for its scale and size. This is the last piece I finished. This actually came together within 3 weeks while I was putting the rest of the show together. I had the components, I was fooling around with them for a little bit. All of a sudden, it just came together. These things can happen quickly if you're in the zone, I guess. This is called Solstice, and it's not a departure for me, but it's a little different, and I knew it was, and so it was a little risky to put it out there to develop it. I was a little it took a lot of courage for me to get to this and stop and say, this is what I wanted. And it's exactly what I wanted, apparently, because I love it. Perhaps it came so quickly, it still has that spontaneity and freshness.
Art is not the subject, has to be energy. Art has to be, I always say, nutrition for the soul. It is spiritual, it is not sentimental, it has to be emotional. One of the artists is Professor Wilfredo Chiesa. He is over 30 years a professor at UMass. He works in such a contrast, and I think of the saying of Picasso, art is contrast, that Professor Chiesa saw this and he wants and plans an exhibition with him because he feels a similarity. When you see this right angle and the angle of the small paintings and even this big one, there are elements which you find in Billy Sherry's work, The Little City, which we have in the other room. Then I like to go and show you Eugene Healy. Eugene Healy makes beautiful seascapes as a collage, oil on linen and then the collage is on linen. Simply framed, modest, but the flair of Nantucket, the water feeling, and beautiful. So then we go to Betsy Podlock. Betsy Podlock is a Harvard graduate of American and English literature and fiction, and she had to do this because her father believed she had to do something where she can earn her money and not to be an artist. But she studied art in New York and in Italy, and has a beautiful technique of layering. It's extempora, of layering, scraping things away, and then creating borderlines, which are very, very beautiful. So it is a figure, but it is abstracted, and therefore it fits in my concept. These are more Charlotte Culots. You see here a Rothko feeling. It is just two colors, the white and the yellow, and nuances of shades. And it is a simplicity in it, a beauty. She often makes in her paintings, which is here total abstract, recognizable, since she is an archaeologist. So she works with natural powder pigments, which makes the beauty of the color exaggerating. Silvio Catani is a futurist, and he is born in Venice and studied in Venice and made a huge exhibition in July in Venice, and was the assistant of the founder of Futurism, which is Vedova. Everybody knows him. It was the time when Peggy Guggenheim was in Venice and built her beautiful little museum. So I'm happy and proud to have him, but it is very difficult for the American taste. It is a Chagall feeling to enter, because the sharp lines, the strong colors, all this is not smooth enough. It is not pastel. It is not, for them, soft enough to have the courage to enter. And then we go to Joanna Kane, which I took on this year the first time. She is a Nantucket painter, and her technique is milk paint. It is the first time I have somebody who works in this technique. They are very interesting, strong, and I think they go and match, when you look at this painting, the big blue, very beautifully to the work of the sculpture of Billy Sherry. You know, your eye is adding what you think it is and what is missing, the circle. And you see the circle, and it matches together in such a way that I experience, since I have Billy Sherry, that a sculpture lifts a painting and the painting lifts the sculpture. Because there are, like here, the arch, you see, and you follow here the arch, that is a correspondence, like with Wilfredo Chiesa, the hard line. Here, the connection is the soft line, the round element.